cook now.
I love Ramadan. Great time to spend with friends.
It's kind of your fault. You literally cooked earlier when I got cooked. So.
I'm just so good at cooking.
You can play like music from the stove? What does that even mean?
Now you can turn on the flame from your bed.
Literally, why would you do that, bro? What do you have to do?
This is a video.
He's like, take the last one. He found me like sleeping on the ground. He was like, bro, what are you doing here? I was like,
Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I don't know, you don't need to sleep.
your handbags are max. His handbags are like insane.
I'm just gonna carry the bullets.
He's gonna carry the busa.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another episode of Vlogmadan. Pretty sure it's day 6, episode 7. Yeah, March 6th. Yeah, day 6. It matching up with the days of the month makes this a lot easier, because Ramadan technically starts the night before the day it starts. That's besides the point. I'm sure you guys have noticed I'm putting effort into the videos now. I'm still working on like what fits with like me, so bear with me. I just wanted to make this a little bit more watchable / entertaining and not as boring like a lecture, because it's pretty much what it's been like for the past week or so. Yeah, I just didn't want to make it. I wanted to make this actually watchable, not just so I could check it off my list and say, oh, I got Vlogmadan day 2, 3, 4, whatever done. So yeah, still figuring things out. Now we can move on to the topic of today's video, and that is how I manage YouTube and life. Actually, I'll mention this at the end because it will make more sense. Alright, to keep it brief, I've actually noted this down, so it won't be a yap session, I hope. But so far, I have cut this down to 4 sections of how I personally balance YouTube, because this is more of like a personal thing. People might do it differently. It also depends if you're like successful. That's like a really major indicator of like how you manage it with life, because it pretty much becomes your life and it absorbs into your main form of income, which is where I'm trying to get one day, inshallah. But I mean, whatever happens happens. So yeah, the first section of how I manage YouTube and life is there has to be a reason as to why you're posting on YouTube or creating content, and it can't be that you want to be successful and have like the most amount of subscribers, money, whatever it is, like the main reason that you want to do YouTube cannot be like for the sole reason of blowing up, because it'll reflect on your content and it just won't, people will know you're not genuine when posting. And also, if your whole, what's the word, theme behind your YouTube channel is how you can increase metrics as fast as possible, or like how you can just increase metrics regardless of circumstance, scenario, whatever it is. Basically, I was saying, if your whole like drive for this channel is about constantly increasing your metrics, I mean, like, if that's all you care about, then maybe it won't fall through the cracks, but I'd say it's gonna be really hard to actually care about, because then it just turns into any other job where you just get annoyed with it, you just get sick of it. So yeah, that, me personally, like, I actually enjoy like doing what I do. Like, obviously I do want to make it on YouTube, inshallah one day, but I won't be hurt if I don't, because at the end of the day, at least I know I tried. And honestly, it's like, it'd be cool regardless, because there is a visual gradual, oh man, words, there's a visual progression of like my cars from start to finish, and I find that very cool. So yeah, like I said, just be passionate about whatever it is your niche is about. I have picked one of the most inflated niches, especially in the last few years, but that goes into my next topic. You have to have a vision for your channel, regardless of like whether it is like what am I trying to say? You have to have a clear and concise plan on how you're going to operate with uploading your content, and also you need a vision for, oh man, my brain is not working right now. Basically, it's not just like hopes and dreams. You have to actually like have a clear vision and a roadmap of how to get there. Interesting, I forgot what I was gonna say. With having the okay, I think it's easier if I just describe like my own personal scenario. So like when I say like a vision, it's like, how do you envision like your editing style? What is your end goal with a certain project or series on the channel? What is your end goal with the channel in general? Like, you have to like sort of lay these things out so that you can sort of format in the best way you can, because not everyone who's pushing content on YouTube has that as their main form of income. So a lot of times people are taking time out of their own like leisurely activities to post on YouTube, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows out here, especially for people like us. I am the executive producer, I am editing, I am the one thinking of like ideas and trying not to be generic, trying to be unique in one of the worst times ever for cars or whatever your niche is. But yeah, just have a vision of, okay, I'm just gonna describe this in like my own car terms. So like, for example, let's say with this E39 build, before I debuted it, I already had a vision of what the end build was gonna be, and then after that I sort of formulated how the YouTube schedule was gonna go, and then I started buying parts and recording beforehand. That way I had a clear schedule of when the videos would upload, and there would be no disruptions, so it would just be like a continuous series. But yeah, it all started off with the vision of me seeing the car finished, not like in real life, but like in my brain, and just envisioning that pushed me to formulate everything else around it in terms of like the whole series. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be really nice. But yeah, moving on to the third section of how I manage YouTube in life. Milestones. It's definitely not. So I care about YouTube a lot, but it's not to the point where if I get like a hate comment, or if nobody subscribes, or if I get no viewers, that I'll be like really sad about it. It's not like that. At the end of the day, I still do treat this like work, so I try to be as professional as possible. So having certain milestones sort of like takes the stress off of you, especially if you've developed a program for how you're operating your YouTube channel and you're not sort of just flying blind anymore. Because when you're flying blind, you get these sort of waves of motivation or ideas of like how you can upgrade your content, how you can add to this new series, how you can just increase like overall whatever it is to your content. You have all these ideas, and then you want to go just like bang 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 bang, and then what happens a lot of times is you just keep pumping, and then you're not thinking about the future, and then you run out of ideas. So I actually don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know why I mentioned that at all. But yeah, I guess I was mentioning that because the milestones really help. I remember now. The milestones really help with the stress factor of things, because like I said, I take this seriously as if it is my only job. So like I have a designated time for editing, I have a designated time for like recording, I have like certain deadlines I have to meet for videos / recording. So it's not just like I'm recording and editing on my free time, if that makes sense. I actually allocate time to do this, and yes, I do enjoy it, but also like there's that responsibility factor to it where it just becomes like stressful, especially if you're trying to stay consistent. So like milestones such as like subscribers or viewer count or CTR or whatever it is you want to metricize from YouTube, the small milestones, they really come a long way. Seeing like a super nice comment of someone being super supportive, seeing that you went from 100 to 120 subscribers in like a week, or seeing that throughout the year you went from 100 to like 400 subscribers, something like that. Just those milestones, it keeps you going. Because like going back to like the first topic of being passionate about what you do, it's easier to say than it is to do, because you can just be passionate about this, but if it feels like it's a dead end, what is the reason of pushing for it, right? So I mean, I didn't really start taking YouTube seriously until 2023, because like I said, I had a clear vision of how I wanted to do everything. Things happened, so I just put a pause on the E90 and I just stopped posting in general, which is probably the worst thing I could have ever done, but that's the past. So yeah, I came back in 2023, and it wasn't until September, right after the car accident, where I started seeing some real growth. Because up until that moment in September, I was hard stuck at like 150 subscribers. My viewer count for videos was like meh. Even now it's like meh, but it's like at least I'm posting consistently, and I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. So it's what, March 6th, 2025. I was at 150 subscribers before the car accident, so that was anytime before September 10th, 2023. So that is what, a year and 6 months. Is that correct? A year and 6 months, and I've already jumped like 600 something subscribers, pushing for 1,000. So yeah, those milestones, they mean a lot, especially if you're just a small time person wanting to make it big. It gives you more, what's the word? It makes you just want to push harder and just like do better for your content. But yeah, little milestones, they go a long way. Okay, so the last thing that I can think of no, this is like all the other stuff was like sort of directed towards people who don't know why, or people who don't know why they want to do YouTube. This is like how I actually, don't get me wrong, all the other stuff does play a factor into this, but in terms of like actually managing YouTube with my life, this is how I do it. Like, you always have to stay 2 steps ahead. And what I mean by that is you can't be recording and posting on the same day. This video doesn't count because this is a special series where I daily post. So disregard that advice for this video. And I mean, you can see with the daily uploads, I have little to no time to edit and make them actually watchable, so they end up like this lecture session. But yeah, when I say to stay 2 steps ahead, for example, I've sort of developed like a weekly upload schedule that I do, and if you guys look throughout my channel, I have some dry spells. I think the first of which happened last year around like May or June, and then I didn't post again until September. And the reason for that was because I had just started a new job at the time. I didn't really have time to buy parts and record and do all that at once. And the thing with me is I kind of like to bang out all the projects in one go and record all the projects either standalone or simultaneously as other videos, and then I like to schedule them out. That way I have like the peace of mind of knowing that, oh, next week is covered, oh, the week after is covered, instead of like grinding once, maybe twice, and then you just get those 2 videos, and then yeah, in the next 3 weeks you're sort of like screwed again. So I really took this into effect with the E39 series because I got this car a whole 5 months before it debuted on the channel. Got it in October, and I've been initially keeping it a secret until everyone found out, unfortunately. But yeah, I was trying to keep it a secret because I really wanted to finish the build as soon as possible. I had this really cool idea where I wanted to surprise my friends with it. I kind of just wanted to spawn with like a fully built E39, and they just be confused because they're like, where did you get this? It's like, I've had it, you know, I built it, but you guys don't know about that yet. Anyways, that's besides the point. Yeah, having or being 2 steps ahead really helps, because while your content is playing for like the viewers, you get more time behind the scenes to record more videos. So it just increases your likelihood of being consistent with uploading on YouTube, which has really helped me in the long run. Even now, like on my free time, anytime I have downtime, I'm just making like the schedule for whatever series I'm working on. And it's not just for this year. I have stuff leading into next year. We haven't mentioned that yet, but just keep that in the back of your head. But yeah, I believe that's it for how I stay, or what is the topic for today's video? How I manage YouTube in life. There's a lot of moving parts, two of which primarily just require you to actually care about what you're doing and to disregard your potential to succeed or fail. So just do it for you, have fun doing it. If you enjoy it, then who cares? After that, it becomes a lot more doable and it becomes less like a chore. After that, like if you are pushing for it like me, then the metrics and the milestones do matter, but you shouldn't prioritize those over everything else. Just make sure you're posting really good content and the metrics will follow. By no means am I speaking like I made it. I'm just saying your content will be reflected with how much you care about what you're doing. So yeah, and then finally, just stay 2 steps ahead, have a schedule, always think about new ideas for future content or how you can add more content, new series, blah blah blah, stuff like that. But I think that's it. I might have to catch you guys later, so I'm gonna brainstorm. Hopefully I'll catch you guys before iftar, but if not, we'll see. What's going on, guys? I just broke my fast, but I don't have anything else to add to the video. Hopefully I kept it understandable enough, or I know I wasn't brief, I just don't know another synonym for like what I'm trying to describe. But regardless, I hope everyone enjoyed today's video. Let me know what I could do to improve the series. It's gonna be me and you guys every day for the rest of the month, so let me know what I could do. Don't forget, nothing's impossible. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.